Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is it's gonna be good night. It's gonna be a good night. We have S2. Well, yeah, we'll go over our layout here in a sec, but it is definitely gonna be a fun time. Final zone just opened up for S2-69, and they haven't connected yet, so there's gonna be some fighting, and your boy is excited. Incredibly, I mean, I'm ecstatic, really. So yeah, it opened up this morning. I didn't actually even think this morning to try and record some of the opening fights. Again, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more up until they do touch, but we'll at least be able to get some action right now, which I'm again ecstatic. Can't wait. We'll also check in on a couple groups as well. SS23 has kind of an interesting turn of events. But I guess more of a continuation. Probably more than a turn. But yeah, it's going to be good stuff. And yeah, we'll go over an outline here in a sec once we finish with our promos. As per usual, but at least get to enjoy some war here in S2-69 for their Zone 4/Final Zone. And yeah, we should have a fun time tonight. I was actually able to do a pre-scheduled stream, and I was actually early, right? Not late. That's the most important part. I know, small victories for me, and everyone's like, "Yeah, boss, that's just how it normally goes." You know, what can I say, Mr. Late for a very important date. Yeah, that's my style. Everyone's like, boss, you gotta get a better style. I know. Looks like KON, GOS, and then there's ALK, ALD. And I'll go over the matchups for this group as well for final based on what I know here in un momento. But yeah, we should actually be good to go for a while. So we might do like a 2-3 hour stream. We'll see. But the lady is having dinner at her madre's and was basically like, hey, good sir, do you want to stream? And I basically just told her. I was like, wait, what? Oh my God, you actually are offering for me to stream this evening? How dare you show that much love for your significant other? And I said, okay. Initially, I was going to go because I thought we were going to do like a game night. Her family's really big on that stuff, but apparently they're not. There's some infighting going on. Not like anything horrendous. But I thought to myself, okay, we'll take this upon us to just hang out with the homies and the homegirls, e-boys/e-girls, as I think they call them in today's age. Not really. But yeah, should be good stuff. I'm excited. Hopefully we're going to get a good amount of PvP from this KVK group. Because, again, their final zone 4, just opened. So, and again, they're not touching flags yet. We'll show that off in a moment for where they are currently. But it's definitely something to possibly bring an extra set of underwear and some tissues, if you know what I mean. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Mental, what's up? Hey. Mr. T, hey. Dude, I'm so stoked for the new mages. Yes. Who is not? I mean, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Okay, I think we're good. Where did I finish? S2-70, right? Oh, wow. I wonder if it's going to let me go this early. We'll see. Wow, it is letting me go that early. Dope sauce. Oh, little counterattack, little counterattack. You can do it. You guys can do it with your tiny squads right now. I mean, I say that nicely, right? Yeah, but new mages are... I mean, I'll just be excited just to see what they do, so we can cover them and, you know, talk about some synergy here and there. So here's the matchup right now for S2-69. So Zone 4 is... Oh, actually, on this one, I wasn't aware of the matchups. That's what it was. So I think what we end up having, but we can clearly see, it's ALD, ALK, GO, and then there's KON, and I'm assuming probably ONK based on where they are, and then GOTK. It's probably a 3v3. You can see here that... and then with the exception of GOW. So maybe it's a 4v3, if you will, because 3 of those passes have been capped. Let's just take a look and see if we're building still. Interesting. So no building happening here. Members are out, but nothing's popping, unless we missed the flag somewhere. We didn't. If we go up here to yellow, hopefully they're continuing to build. They are. Let's see here. ONK has 43 minutes on their flag. And then there's another flag going down. Okay, good activity on the flag from KON. 40 minutes on the build. That's not bad. And then there's build on both. Oh, interesting. So I think there's the ALD. Oh, so they're dual building up the ridge. Okay, not bad. Oh, I forgot, because of the design here, the way this works is this isn't open. Like, this is the ridge right here. This is like where we ended up seeing TFS fighting against a war along with PSC and FS as well. But because of the map design, the initial map design for Season 2 Vanilla, it's blocked here by the mountain ranges. So they have to go up the ramp here, along with the top pass has to go up the ramp up here. So this is the only way to get to the other side, unless you want to do the long walk around the Frost Dragon Plateau on the second level and go that way, right? And then you could go the third level as well, right? I mean, there's basically this route, the top, and then the third level that you're going. But I don't think there's any other fighting that's happening, and we looked at everyone's build. Yeah, so basically the action is going to be here, but again... Hopefully we'll end up seeing some goods. Seeing some goods here. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Right. I mean, if you think about it, I guess it really should be ramping up. They're pretty close. Based on where they are currently. Mental, hey, you said, what info do you have on the new mages? Honestly, the same information that everyone else has. There really isn't too much that's out there right now on them as far as, what are skills, talents, usage, synergies. There's really nothing right at the moment. At least what we know is what everyone else knows. I mean, there are like some small things that they've let us know about, but nothing that is game-changing or at least would be worthy of a announcement right now, on top of, there's certain things that we can say and certain things we can't, even in our positions. But as far as anything beyond that would be important enough to state, hasn't been divulged at the moment. Yeah, which, I mean, again, the way I look at it is like this. If they're putting that announcement out the way they did it, the one about the home kingdoms, no more resets for alliances, etc. The server-wide migration, or cross-server, we should say, migration. My view is that we're probably getting pretty close right now to getting some patch notes. And if we don't get anything, by the end of the week, then I'd say there's probably, I would say the next best chance, obviously, would be next week, for us to hear something about patch notes for the upcoming update, which again I'm pretty excited about, because part of me feels like this is a good opportunity for them to include suggestions and potentially show us, what's the future direction that they're going to be taking. Will there be other kind of subtle hints or subtle drops that they're going to incorporate into the patch notes that will be more aligned with the recent announcement that Asya put out? about the consideration for adding home kingdoms and just kind of approaching the game more from that perspective than it being having it being more kingdom focused than alliance focused. So I am going to be curious on what's going to be in the patch notes, because like I said, I think this next patch notes is I don't want to say it's going to be make or break, but I really think it's going to I'm hoping it's going to have the best opportunity to give us a deeper insight on, okay, are they going to push going this direction more? Is it going to be a little bit more neutral and stagnant? So like those things to me are very interesting, as just someone who like reads through every patch note, and I really enjoy it. So no, should be good. Justin Lawscheller, what's up? Welcome. I wonder if one of them is a flying commander. One had a dragon next to him, maybe a new pet, but maybe he can use the dragon to fly. Interesting. Yeah, so some people have been talking about the possible new war pet, if one of them's a flying commander. So I think someone mentioned that there could be like a flying mage, that they were saying one of them could be. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see, but that's something that is going around, which I don't think anyone would necessarily be opposed to having a couple more flying heroes. I'm definitely all for eventually seeing some full-on flying forces. Who doesn't want to eventually have 10 flying heroes available where you can run a full 5 Legion squad with 10 flying commanders? I mean, it just sounds dope, man. Operation Flying V. Get your Mighty Ducks on. And I'm sure it's going to happen eventually. It's just a matter of how long is it going to take for us to get there to where we can have 10 flying heroes. But that would be exciting, without a doubt. Yeah. Riley, what's up? S2 Plus still go the same map? Riley, do you mean S2 Plus after the current S2 Plus seasons end? So like the SS-2 through SS-10, or I guess technically SS-1 through SS-10. You mean those recent groups? Are they going to be going into Season 2 Plus or Season 3? Is that... Ooh, nice, dude. Little fight's breaking out. A little fight's breaking out right now. But yeah, just let me know if that's what you mean. I guess what I will say, though, is that if that is what you mean, it's already been confirmed at the moment that, well, and again, this is based off of what COD CS has stated publicly in the Discord, is that they're going to have... is that they in this, and that's why I have to preface this with like, if that's true, they've already stated that there's going to be another Season 2 Plus season. So it's going to be, I guess if you want to consider it to be S2 plus plus or S2 plus V2 or round 2, but yeah, they're going to run S2 plus one more time. And then Season 3 should be coming out after that. That's the timeline that it appears to be at the moment. Yeah. Mental says, I think they should, let's go here. I think they should do mini Easter eggs to tease new heroes. That could be cool. No, without a doubt. I think, if they, so what's interesting about that is if you think about the way they do the treasure hunt, right, where you can go and do that as like a PvE type event, where kind of like similar to scouting villages and caves, right? That would be cool if like you had to go hunt and do a storyline, right? Do like continue in the story mode, like do Easter eggs like that, where they almost, not that they force you, but they hopefully encourage you. That's probably a better word. Encourage you to participate in the story mode. That could be dope. Because I'm not like against doing the story mode. It's obviously not something that's at the top of my list, so to speak. But if there were things that they would add in the story mode that would be Easter eggs, and that could be cool. Or if they did it like the treasure hunt mapping, where it was like a side quest that you can go and do, and maybe it reveals a picture or something. I guess just trying to think a little bit outside the box, but that could be dope. Yeah, and for those of you just tuning in, welcome. Remember, the only entry fee that we ask for all of you good lords is just to smack a thumbs up, you know, like you'd slap your mama, but just in a really nice way. And yeah. But here in S2-69, for those that are curious, Final Zone just opened. So this is like the Zone 4 all-out war that's happening right now. It's, again, still building up, but flags are about to connect. It's ALK, ALD on this side, and then it's GOS and KON on the northwest side on this Season 2 map. Final Zone, or Zone 4, opened up this morning, I think about 10, 11 hours ago, give or take. And they're pretty much close to connecting right now. If you want to take a look at the map, this is how it looks. So again, you have ALD, we have ALK here. You have, got to click on the right one, GOS, and then KON. Those are the two that are mainly fighting. ONK is building. They have a flag right here that's going down right now. And then over here, I think this is GOTK. They weren't building when we last checked in. And then they have one pass that hasn't been capped yet. And then this is GOW, and I can't remember if we saw them building or not. Yeah, so they're not building either, similar to GOTK. And this is where the convergent point is, because, again, remember, this is the Season 2 map, not the Season 2 Plus map. So, again, this is blocked off. For those of you that are familiar with the Season 2 Plus map, you know this here was basically moved down a little bit, like around here, the lake, and then there's a path that goes straight down to the level 5 pass. Most notably, for those of you that have been watching like SS2-3, that's kind of where Noor is coming up from, and where TFS and FS are going, or Noor and PSC, and that's where TFS and FS are going north-south down to. But here on the map, you can't really go anywhere through here, so you have to go over the ridge, right? Which is why you see them building along the ridge at both. Oops, let's see if we can get a good... We can do it. Yes! Here we go. Sometimes you got to, like, trick the camera to try and get, like, the most max out. Interesting, though, but GOS and KON being able to push off ALK, ALD off of the flag that they did have, and then off of this one, too, as well, that they were building. So, decent. Not a lot of spread that we're seeing here from the small group, and typically in smaller numbers, you usually would like to be able to see a little more of that, because they're not, you know, just lagging up the potential screen or that side with, you know, hundreds of troops. You'd like to almost feel like, hey, the Trusco can shine a little bit more when you have a smaller force, because it is a lot easier to micro with smaller numbers than it is bigger ones. But it's kind of just, you know, kind of similar mosh pitish, if you will. I do like this person on the flying, though, that's spreading a little wider. That's nice. Let's see what we're running. Looks like Madeline. I wish I could see a little bit more. Oh, Madeline Eliana, I think that was. We got Thea Atheist. I don't know who this Madeline is running here on ALD. We'll see in a sec with the secondary procs. Maybe it is just her and the pet. Solid. Single hero. Don't need secondary. Let me see, a lot of Lilias. We got some Syndrian, probably Syndrian Frager, I would imagine. Kanara, I don't know if that was Kanara Hosk. Yo, our boy. Why am I forgetting this guy's name right now? I feel so bad. Hang on. I forgot I have my other thing. Why am I forgetting? Alistair. Not Alistar. Alistair. I think that's how it looks. Let's go. I gotta catch up here. Nice. 2 more likes at 10. We can do it. Look at that. Plus 20 on the viewership. Love it. So excited. Let's catch up on some chat. Logan, what's up? Welcome. How the heck do you post the ad in my S2 chat but talking live? Yeah, so I'm running 2 instances. Right, so if you guys remember from the PC client update, they ended up adding to where you can log into 2 accounts. So I'm showing you my main account here, and we're just observing, which you can see here on the top where it says observing S2-69. And then I have my Scout instance up, which has all of my Scout characters in every kingdom, and I just kind of go through those one by one. Very efficient. Very efficient. It's like, you sneaky boy. I mean... You know, bear in mind, I've been doing this since since beta. Excuse me, I have to mute myself when I cough. But I've been doing this since beta, right? So, I mean, technically, you can log into more accounts if you want to use an emulator, right? I mean, I could log into 4, 5, 6, 10 accounts if I wanted to. I would just have to use emulators for the other ones. But if I want to use the COD PC client, I can do 2 there if I'm running it on PC. But as far as like the ad stuff go, I mean, like I said, I've been doing that since beta, since when I started playing in Kingdom 2, and that's just because I missed Kingdom 1 by, I think, like 2 weeks or so, give or take it was. Which, again, really disappointing for my life. I would have loved to be in the OG Season 1. But yeah, I've been doing that since basically the start. I mean, probably anyone who plays has most likely seen a World Chat ad from me at some point. I appreciate the hearts. Oh my gosh, 1 like until 10. You guys are really climbing up the boards right now. Hasso Colette, what's up? Welcome. Can I see heroes for you? What are you using? Bear in mind, my account is basically being built at the moment just for pure development, so I really haven't invested into any of the PvP heroes. All the heroes I've really invested to at the moment, and I'm talking like an overinvestment, outside of just the baseline. Everyone I'm investing to is basically just gatherers at this point, for the only ones that I really level up and do anything for. I'm sure at some point, once the account gets a little bit stronger, I will start investing a lot more into the PvP heroes themselves. But yeah, I'm not really doing a lot of that because I basically just went like full development on my account. So yeah, I mean, I almost have all my buildings at 25, and now I'm just basically just using speed ups on tech, so I can start getting to my T5 prerequisites. I think I'm VIP 13 as well, but I have to. I haven't been buying any of the dailies or re-upping on the monthlies lately, which I need to. I just keep forgetting. Yeah, so I wouldn't show my account off at the moment. Well, really in any kind of showing, because it's not really at a point where people would find it beneficial if I was to talk about it. Eventually, I will. Yeah. Yeah. Riley, you said again, hope not the same map. So yeah, it is. Yeah, it's not. So whether or not if it's going to be the same map or not, that hasn't been. I don't think that's been conveyed. Okay, I had to clear the throat. Yeah, so I don't think that part has been conveyed yet on if there will be adjustments. COD CS may have said something about it. I'd have to go and look. What I will say, though, is that every season thus far, they've done map adjustments, right? So there's nothing that would indicate they're not going to do that, right? So and that's just because that's the precedent they've set. That's the trend. So given that, I would almost guarantee, or at least say with very high confidence, that they're going to make adjustments. Is for the S2 Plus kingdoms that are going to be doing another round of Season 2 Plus. That there's going to be some adjustments there, and hopefully they'll make an announcement about that. If so, usually they do, whether it's COD CS saying it or. Hopefully they'll do it in an announcement this time if they do end up seeing some changes. But like I said, it's very unlikely that they're not going to make changes or adjustments to the Season 2 Plus map. Sneaky, what's up, baby? Evening, it's late for you. It was like midnight? 11? Andrew, you said, what is the difference in gameplay between PC and mobile devices? Yeah, I mean, I think hotkeys, like Siki said, I think hotkeys and I don't know, but like I think with the potential lag or drop rates, I mean, you obviously are running on considerably, hopefully, better hardware than your mobile device, along with better connection. Well, potentially if you're direct connected compared to going Wi-Fi, but yeah, I think probably the hotkeys and a few other things, I guess, around that area. But again, and I've said this before, there's moments where I'll notice that I get better performance on my phone or a tablet, as an example, where it's less laggy compared to on PC client. Now, there's been some adjustments I've made on my PC client that I think have improved it. But if I had if I was able to hook up my phone and stream from my phone or do that for like large scale gameplay, I would at this point. I mean, I think for the most part, when the big fights are like when our PC client held up against the TFS, FS, Noir, PSC, Don Dusk, etc., that group, I think we did pretty good where the PC client didn't crash on us, I think, throughout any of the fights this season. So maybe that is them making some back-end adjustments. Maybe it's just fixing some things on my end that ended up helping a little bit. And as I say that, the screen freeze is fantastic. I mean, it's just so good when I'm trying to get into my soliloquy and, make good points, and then all of a sudden, bam. Yeah, my other one's fine, which is funny. But this one decides, oh yeah, this is the one that's going to end up going down. Okay, this is what we'll do. Thankfully, I have 2 of these up. This is the benefit of having two PC clients, is I can do something like this. Yeah. Watch this. One freezes, one unfreezes. So sick on that transition, right? That was well done. That was well done, I think. Can't freeze on me when I got a backup to the backup. And then I'll just close this instance down and we'll reload it. Excuse me. Too funny. Yeah. Ice Flame, what's up, man? Welcome. Mental says you can log into 2 accounts at the same time. Yeah, on the PC client you can. Bear in mind, they have to be different email addresses, right? It can't be the same email address. That probably should be stated as well. He's like, I'm mobile, so big Al. He's like, same. 9 farm accounts is hell on earth. Oh, I can only imagine. On mobile, it is probably no bueno to be running that much. Yeah, that's pretty hardcore there, without a doubt. Dude, they're pushing this now. So nice. Oops, I meant to load this one. There we go. Oops, hang on. That's the main. We'll skadoosh this one over though. Oh my gosh, if it's gonna let me move it over. There we go. So you guys can still watch the fight. And then we'll just wait for this to load, and then we'll switch it back in a moment. Dude, they are pushing them back. Is that beyond their tower? Oh no, it's not. Oh no. Oh no. They're regaining footing. I wish I had the time. Locus says, I wish I had the time for farm accounts. Too busy on one account. And truth. I think most people probably wish they had time for more than one. And then in the same breath, I think a lot of people would just wish that they could play one account long enough where they don't need to have a farm account. It's probably more of the ideal setting. Mental says, then move to my server when you can. I'll give you 10 million RSS for fun. Thanks. Yeah. Well, it's not really the RSS at the moment. It's the gem. It's the gem funnel, right? On trying to get the rally buildings and the watchtower finished. So that way I can then finish upgrading my hospitals and I can finish upgrading my academy to 25. Like it's a bummer. And again, I know they said they're going to be addressing that in future updates. Hopefully, it's as soon as the next update, but we'll see. Yeah, right. $102 daily chest save from Madeline. Nice. Yeah, no, it's rough. Just a bit. Logan says, do you think someone like me will play S2++ as I'm in S2 right now? If not, then I would be at a big disadvantage of the servers who's played 1+ and 2++ if I were to go to an older server. Well, I mean, bear in mind, there's nothing you can really do about it at the moment, and that's mainly because the idea really is that the beta groups played anywhere from 1 to 2 seasons before. Quite a lot of the players that came in for global, well, you could say the early global players. So it was like beta and then the early global players have played through. And I guess mostly it's really beta players who've played a whole extra season prior to global release. So, there's really nothing you can kind of do about it at this point. The idea, though, for what they've been doing with the seasons is that when 1+ came out, and then the groups that played 2 1+ seasons and then went into 2, that was just because they didn't have the new map already developed, right? So for the younger players that were coming in, you had them going into season 1, and then they would go right into season 2. So that's a lot of what you're getting now. And then if you're still in season 2 before season 3 comes out, then you'll go 2+. But if you're in season 2+, you'll go right to 3. If season 3 is already out and you're in season 2 for the newer players, right, then you'll go season 1, 2, 3. And I mean that's just is what it is, based on when they finish the new map for the season. So, yeah. See, yeah, man, it's 11:22 here, my man. Yeah. Mental says, the real question I have about hotkeys is, can I set it to farm RSS through hotkeys? I don't know. I'll be honest. I haven't messed with hotkeys. I probably won't really mess with them. Probably until I start doing like PvP stuff. That's most likely where I see the hotkeys being a little more useful, at least at face value. That's all I do every day. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I still have to remember to leave some feedback in our chat, in our CC group thing. A few people have. I just haven't yet. Just a little small scale here. I wonder if they were fighting with bigger numbers earlier, or maybe it's just a lower downtime for them. Chin chat's popping a little bit though. Yeah, whenever this slows down a bit, depending on how long. Let me see how long we've been going for so far. About 35 minutes. Okay, not bad. So probably in a little bit, what I want to do is I want to go through and I want to review some submitted suggestions on the COD Discord. So to give you an example, right? I want to go through this channel, so the suggestions channel on the COD Discord, where we will read suggestions, and then we'll upvote or downvote, and I'll share with you my thoughts on them. So that's I'm pretty excited. I love doing that. I love going through suggestions and giving you all a little bit of an insight into BN's thinking and thought process, and explaining why I think a suggestion would be good or not for this particular game. So hopefully we'll get a moment to do that here in a bit. And then possibly we'll talk a little bit more about Home Kingdoms, I may continue doing some data pulling for my Kingdom Builder video, my Kingdom Builder history video that I'm putting together. So since I have some time this evening, I'm actually hoping that I'll be able to start on that more tomorrow. But I want to try and do as much as I can, or anything I can, this evening. So those are like the 2 to 3 things we have after this. And then, again, we'll go around and look at some other KVKs too as well. Maybe look at some updates for some of the big ones. But yeah, this is good. And then we have, I think S2-70 is the next one. So like their Zone 3 opened on the 11th. That was 6 days ago. Their Zone 4 is 3 chapters away. So they'll be the next big one. I'll be pretty excited for that. We can actually go check out Zone 3 for S2-71. There could maybe be fighting there. Let me check on my other account real quick to see. Yeah, I'm going to look real quick on that one. Because if there is, we can go take a look at that for some of the other zones that opened. Let's see, 73. Oh, no, it doesn't look like it. Maybe the pass hasn't opened yet. Yeah, because it was mainly just supposed to be the chapter. Oh, no, sorry, S2-71. I'm tripping. I went too far. Yo, they are chasing deep right now in the territory. Yeah, and kind of trickling in like this one by one. I don't know if I would have went all the way hard like this, especially if they're not having a lot of resupply coming through. Just because when you trickle in one by one, you see like this happens, where you see now it easily turns into like a 7v1, 8v2, 8v3, 8v4, right? And now they're retreating. It's better to like push up to a certain distance, form your line, and then push up kind of in unison. You usually get better results that way. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, so Zone 3 in S2-71 is going to open up in 11 hours. That's actually not bad. That's like 5:35 Eastern time for me. I'm gonna open. Hold on, let me update my doc here. Opens. What did I say? 5:35 a.m. East. Okay, that's cool because that means I can potentially go get some action there for Zone 3. Oops, sorry. You guys hearing that? That rock thing in the background? Did not mean to show that off. Let me switch this up because I think you guys are probably hearing S2-69. Let's do that. Let me switch it up for the right one. And that way I can use my scouter to go and look for some other goods on the PvP front. Let's do this. Switch that over, and then we'll push this up here, I think. It's probably about right, right? No, it's too high. It's too high. We could do it. Okay, that's as good as it's going to be. And I don't think I have sound on my scout. Yeah, I don't. Cool, that means I can go look around now. Yeah. I have a video. Let's see, you got Discord. Steph, what's up, man? Welcome. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, let's see if I can update anything else while we're hanging out. So, like I said, 71's there. 72 is... yeah, we're going to have to wait for Zone 3. That's 4 chapters away. Yeah, so really nothing going on there. Then S2 Plus is... Zone 4 is 3 chapters away for S2 12 and 13. But those are probably going to be good fights. Right, so we're talking about a week. And then there's... Yeah, we're talking about a week, and then there's going to be 3 KVKs for SS2-12 and 13 that are going to be opening up. That's going to be exciting to get some PvP content from. Yeah, hopefully some big wars that'll be going down there.